What's going on, everybody? It's Josh here from Dark Horse Tackle. Happy New Year. It is January 2025. We've got the January box here with us. As you can see, we are in the basement right now because it is way too cold to be recording. Heck, even Florida is getting snow. So in honor of 2025, we have got a new year. We've got new baits, new companies, new techniques, new memories. And speaking of new companies and new techniques, we've got 3 new companies in this box. So let's dig into it. First things first, we are going to go over the pamphlet. As always, we've got Graham Glander, our featured angler, on the front. He is also a painter of a bait in this box. Open it up. It's Expo season, everybody. If you're going to be in the Ohio area the last weekend of January and the first weekend of February, we will be in Girard, Ohio at the Great Lakes Fishing Expo on January 25th and 26th. We will also be at the Columbus National Fishing Expo February 7th through the 9th. We can't wait to see you there. Hope to see you there. And if you can't make it, our online store is still wide open. On the back, you've got a description of all of the baits that went into this box. So without further ado, before we get into the baits, if you get this box, you do get a voucher for the Great Lakes Fishing Expo, saving you a little bit of money with a little bit of information on where the expo is. You also get a business card from Graham at Robusto. We love Graham at Robusto. He is one of our first subscribers. He is our longest standing subscriber and one of our favorite painters. So I think I'm just going to open it up with the bait that Graham painted for us. I know we like saving the hard baits for last, or, for the middle. We are going to open it up because this bait's actually pretty freaking unique. This is the Searcher 110 painted by Graham Glander at Robusto. As you can see, this is a hard bait that looks like a jerk bait with a spinner bait blade on the front of the bait. This bait is incredibly versatile. It is nose heavy. It is slow sinking. It has a nice little shimmy on the way down. This blade is perpetually moving. You can jerk it, rip it, yo-yo it, let it sink down, yo-yo it, let it sink down, or you can simply just run it across the top, darting it as fast as you can. This bait is so very versatile. That is why we gave you this bait in January, because we want you to fish with this bait all year long. This is a new technique for us. This is a new bait for us. We are so very excited for you all to start trying it and catching a bunch of fish with it. Next up, let's get into these new companies. We've got some awesome pairings here for you, and I'm just going to go through it, the bait and the pairing as well. We'll do some more twofers for you. So we have a new company called Arsenal, and this is the Arsenal Ballistic Ned with their tungsten Ned rig head. And I will show you what this looks like paired up. It's a awesome looking bait. This is about a 4-inch Ned style bait. Very, very nice plastic. It's a little stretchy. It's not like the stuff that you can stretch over your head and pull over, but it's got some great stretch to it. It's got this, this tail right here. As you can see, it's super segmented. A lot of meat right here. So you can actually rig this bait on all kinds of things. I mean, you can get away with a Texas rig, Nico rig it. We've got it paired on a Ned rig. And as you can see with me talking about it, it is just moving like crazy. This is a great dead sticking presentation. We all know about the Ned rig, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The Ned rig is a great all year presentation, but it's super, super good when that bite gets slow. This bait and this little rig is going to generate some awesome slow bites for you all. And the best thing about this meaty part right here on about half the bait, you can cut this down. If you want to make it shorter, you can cut it down to here, make the bait 1 inch shorter, and you're still going to get that awesome Ned rig action. And I want you to think about one thing. With how much this tail moves, you can really get some erratic action out of this worm just by ripping it up, just a solid rip. That tail is gonna shimmy with that bait, and when it falls straight down, lands straight down. And the nicest thing about this rig right here is it is a tungsten head. This is an environmentally friendly head. A lot of places don't allow lead, but tungsten is also a more sensitive product. Tungsten is a product that we are just dying to get on our store in these boxes more often, so keep an eye out for more tungsten. And again, the Arsenal Ballistic Ned, an incredibly versatile bait. You can drop shot it, Nico rig it, Texas rig it, you could throw it weightless. This will make a great trailer for any kind of swim jig or bladed jig. So just think about all the versatility that goes into this. Next up, we've got another amazing pairing for you. This is another new company called GetBit Baits. We have finally put in a baby tube for you. This one is a 2 3/4 ounce tube. We've got a bunch of fish catching colors for you. And of course, we included a tube head. And with this pairing, the tube head and the tube, you already know what to do with it. You're gonna rig that tube head right up the center of that tube, and you're just gonna cast and fish it like you do a tube. This is super compact, as you can see. Very, very compact, very finesse, but do not let that finesse fool you. Again, this is another bait that's going to catch fish year round. Small bodies of water, any body of water. I'm very excited to throw this in rivers. One of my favorite things to do with tubes is once I get this dressed up, I'm going to go through and just undo all of this. I'm going to take all of these little plastic pieces, make sure that they're evenly all disengaged from each other, because during the process of making the tube, it just gets cut. And when it gets cut, sometimes it's a little uneven, so I just even it out, pull it all apart. That makes me feel better as an angler, and as anglers, we all have our superstitions. That's one of mine with tubes. But man, this is a fantastic looking tube. It's going to catch a ton of smallmouth for us this year. Let us know in the comments which color of tube you got from GetBit Baits and where you're excited to throw it, because I'm most definitely excited to throw this in rivers. So we're up to the final 2 baits, and I know we're going fast, but this is so easy to talk about when everything is almost a pairing. And this isn't necessarily a pairing. Maybe think of it as 2 diabolical fish catching twins with a few differences. We've got the Dangler lures, Crash and Cannon. This is the packaging it comes in. Get ready for the big reveal, because again, this is a bait that we have never done. We have never done a traditional treble hook inline spinner in simple colors such as gold and silver. Now these 2 colors are some OG fish catchers, and as you can see, this bait and this blade is making a lot of noise every time I shake it. Those blades are going to do that in the water. It's creating a lot of thump, a lot of flash, a lot of vibration, and there's still many versatile ways to fish this bait. You can slow roll it, you can run it on top, you can bounce it on the bottom, you can throw this thing up current, down current. It is a fantastic small body of water bait. This thing tears them up in the rivers, and it's also a multi-species bait. But this is an absolute bass catcher. But we're super excited to see what you all catch with this. Please send us your fish catches this month. We would love to see your fish catches this month, because we are so envious for those of you who can fish that you can go out to fish. And I would love to see, you know, just some freaky multi-species catches with these baits from Dangler Lures, or any of the baits in the box really. But I'm very excited to throw the OG super simple inline spinner. This is so exciting for Zach and myself. So in conclusion, everybody, got a bunch of new techniques, a bunch of new baits, and this is just the beginning. Also, let us know in the comments, what do you want to see this year from Dark Horse Tackle? I've got a lot that I want to see. Zach's got a lot that he wants to see. You are all seeing the vision that we're having. We really wanted to make a versatile box for January, something that could be used all year, but also in the month of January. And I'm telling you this right now, I can't wait to show you all the fish that Zach and I catch once this water unfreezes. We've got so much ice up here in Ohio, and Zach's got a bunch down in Pittsburgh. But hey, we hope to see you all at the fishing expos. We can't wait to see all the fish that you catch with these baits in this box. We thank you all so much for your continued patronage, and get excited for 2025, because we are really, really getting after it. Dark Horse Tackle, we fish.